Today I'm going to be unboxing the Wyze Cam. I purchased about 4 of these units to put throughout the house, and just want to see what the quality is. They do offer free 14-day cloud recording, but I do caution you that the cloud recording is just for 12 seconds for every 5 minutes of motion. So, and that includes sound. So you can set up alerts in the smart app, the Wyze app. You can set up alerts, and you can have both sound alerts and motion alerts. So basically, if there is a motion alert, let's say at 2 o'clock, it'll record for 12 seconds. The next time it'll record will probably be at 2:05 if there's another motion detected. So they're not really meant for high-end security. If you really want a good system, then you have to get something that's going to record continuously on motion, as opposed to just once every 5 minutes. Nonetheless, it's free cloud recording for 14 days for every camera you have, which is not bad, and you can review the recordings on your Wyze app. And so let's just move on. So here's the little camera, pretty small. Get a perspective of it when you see it in my hand. Just gonna open this up. And it's got a little bottom that comes apart, and that's adjustable. So when you put it down, you can lift it up, tilt it, do whatever you want with it. Okay. And the other piece that comes with it is the power adapter. So here's the power adapter in this other box. Here's the part you plug in. Here's your cord. It's fairly long. I'd say it's at least 4 to 5 feet long, if not longer. So it is quite long. And it just plugs in on the back of your camera. I want to show you the other thing that comes with. This is just simply a piece of metal. It's round, and here's two-sided tape, 3M two-sided tape. So the idea is put the tape on this, glue it somewhere on some surface, and the bottom of the camera is magnetic, so it'll stick. So that's that. So I'm just going to plug in the camera, and as I do that, you'll see that on the back there'll be a yellow light, and once the yellow light is flashing, you're pretty much ready now to synchronize it. So what you have to do is install the Wyze app, download it from the Google Play Store or the Apple Store. I've already got it running on my phone. I'm not sure if this is focused here or not. I'm just going to start it up, and basically I've already got a few cameras installed, so I'm going to add another device. Oops, let me just go back here. Add another device, and you can select whether this is a Wyze Cam or the Wyze Cam Pan. That's the more expensive model, which allows you to pan the camera from left to right. That's the one I have. So now it's going to tell you to press the little button at the top right underneath it. So when you flipped up this little guy here, you'll see there's a button. And there's that button where my thumb is. I'm going to press it. Kind of hard to do as I'm holding the camera at the same time, but I'm going to attempt to press the button. And you hear that noise.
Ready to connect.
So it says ready to connect, and on the app, basically same thing. After you've done that, I'm not sure if this is coming through on this camera or not, but on the bottom of the app, it says I heard ready to connect. So you just click on that, Then you select your Wi-Fi that you want it to be on, put in the password, and click Next. Now, here's a QR code. Here's a QR code that comes up. Pretty much what you're going to do is put the QR code in front of the camera. The camera's going to read the QR code. It says to keep it about 5 inches, 5.5 inches away from the camera. If your screen is large, then it recommends being a little bit further.
Ready to connect.
I will tell you that I did have problems with my first camera, and I'll tell you why, so hopefully you don't run into the same problem. I basically forgot to remove the protective film on the camera, and that was preventing the camera from actually reading the QR code, which was driving me nuts. So I'm going to remove the protective film, which I just did. Now I'm going to put the QR code in front of the camera.
QR code scanned. Please wait.
So you heard that. It said QR code scanned, please wait. And it also says on the bottom of the app, I heard QR code scanned, please wait. So just click on that.
Setup completed.
So now it's just saying connecting. The camera already said its setup is completed. What I did find is that the firmware had to be updated. So once it completed connecting to the camera from the app, I proceeded to update the firmware. So you can just go ahead and do that as well. No big harm. It's actually beneficial. So here you give it a camera name. I'm just going to call it test. You can go back and change it later. Okay. And start using. Basically the camera now is, see, here's a message. Not sure if it's coming out on the camera. It says, a new firmware version is available. Please upgrade to get the latest features. So I'm just going to say upgrade, and it's going to take some time to do that. So the firmware update is completed, and now we're just going to see what the camera looks like. So basically what you see on my phone is what the camera sees. That's the quality of it. It's HD, and it's not bad. I mean, right now I think I have it set in SD, so you can change that by just clicking on the quality and selecting HD. So now it's HD. If you go into settings, which is the top right here, there's alert settings, and this is where you can set up motion detection, so it'll alert you if there's motion detected. You can set the sensitivity. I just leave the defaults for now. Full screen, what that basically is you can actually map out the area of the screen or the camera's view that you want motion to be detected in, and ignore anything else outside that boundary. So if you got your camera pointing to your porch and also picks up the street, then maybe you can just select your porch area so it'll ignore cars passing by, so you don't get alerted every 5 minutes. Sound detection, that's good too, in case there's any noise. It always picks up my answering machine too, so whenever someone calls and they leave a message, I get an alert. The other options here are smoke detector alarm and carbon monoxide alarm. So I'm assuming that if your smoke detector goes off or your carbon monoxide sensor goes off, it will alert you based on the type of sound that those sensors make. You can also select your schedule. So if you want it to send you alerts all day long or just send you alerts when you're not home, like during the day, then you can go in and basically just set up your own schedule. You can pick your days of the week. You can't pick your days of the week. It would be nice if it actually had that, because Saturday and Sunday you might have a different schedule. But this is just your schedule for 7 days of the week. So you can pick a start time and an end time. So it's not that flexible in the sense that you can have multiple scheduled start and end dates, as well as different days of the week. That would be a nice feature. Maybe they'll come up with that next time. But for a $35, $40 camera, this actually is not bad at all. As you can see, there's a little green box that's following motion, which is pretty cool. So it's following my hand as my hand is moving right now. So it shows you where the motion is occurring in the frame. I do want to reiterate the fact that it only records for 12 seconds in the cloud every 5 minutes. So if someone really wants to circumvent your camera, they can basically just throw something into the camera's view, creating the 12-second recording, and then after that walk right into your camera, and your camera won't pick up anything. However, you know, it does support a micro SD slot, so you can put in a memory card and have it record continuously for motion and what have you. So, but having said that, if someone does break into your house and finds your camera, just takes it away, there goes your SD card. The fact that it alerts you, that's good as well, because you know, it's up to you then at that point to decide what happened, if something was, you know, if you think there's something going on and what have you, and you can continue to monitor the camera, even though it only will record for that 12 seconds. One thing I forgot to mention is there's advanced settings. In here, basically you can select your night vision mode. Off means there is no night vision. Auto means it'll determine whether or not it needs to use the built-in infrared to get a better picture. And on means that night vision's on all the time, which is not, unless it's in a dark environment and it's going to be dark 7/24, I would suggest you just leave it in auto mode. However, having said that, if you're planning on putting this camera in front of a window facing, let's say for example, your driveway or your porch from inside, I definitely would recommend you turn the night vision mode off, in which case the infrared will not turn on at nighttime. Reason being is it's just going to reflect off the glass anyways, and it's just going to cause your picture to be white out. So recommend, if you're going to be pointing outside from inside, keep the night vision mode off, and maybe just keep the porch light or whatever you're looking at outside, have a light there for the nighttime so the camera can have a clear view of what's going on. The app also supports communicating through the camera, because the camera has a built-in speaker. So if you want to talk to someone in the room, you can press the mic button, hold it down while you speak, and anyone in the room will hear you. You can also record on your phone the video. So if you want a copy of what's going on, that might be a good thing. As well, you can take snapshot photos. So this would be good in a case where, you know, your 12 seconds of cloud recordings up for the first 5 minutes, and you do see someone come into the frame of the picture while you do look at the camera after you've been notified, and you want to record it on your phone or take a picture for future reference. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you have any questions, just leave me a comment and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you.